Hello and welcome to today's Dalal Street Week Ahead video. Now in today's Dalal Street Week Ahead video, I'll take a look at the general outlook for the market, whether you're trading the indexes or stocks, and then after which we'll take a look at Maruti Suzuki, ICICI Bank and ICICI Bank. Now on the general market outlook front, the news which I believe will affect the markets is number one, the Prime Minister Modi and President Trump's meet seems to have been a failed attempt at diplomacy. Why I would say that is, and this sentiment is being echoed across social media, if you look at it across a lot of the independent news organizations, is India seems to have got the shorthand. Everything seems to have been given to America, but India doesn't seem to have got anything concrete from it. So the market will naturally react to that. As the market is manufacturing companies, has everything. They had hopes. So once that hope is broken, the market will have to react to that. Then the other thing which I believe will be affecting the market this week is the BJP will be announcing its chief ministerial candidate for Delhi, and they will be taking control of the government officially. So that will affect us, as if there is a very progressive sort of gentleman or lady put in that position, it will be positive for the market. If it's a regressive character, then we know what will happen. FIs will use it as cannon fodder and make the market fall. So next is the RBI MPC meetings, and then the federal FOMC meeting minutes also for this week, for the last meeting. So that's what will be affecting our markets on the news front. Now on the technical front, when I look at it, on the technical front, whether we look at the Nifty, BANKNIFTY, they are basically at a point they've reached a support zone, and now if they hold that support, we can get a dead cat bounce. If they don't hold that support, it opens a new leg of dropping. And I'm seeing this not only in the indexes, I'm seeing it across stocks. This is as this weekend when I've gone through stocks. I'm not talking only of the big names like Reliance, ICICI, I'm talking about across the board, whether it's large cap, small cap, mid cap, all. I'm seeing 90% of them have reached the same inflection point. The stocks which had fallen by 40%, they've reached the support which has managed to hold. This week, even persistent selling, they had fallen 40%, they had a small up move, then they've come back down to the support. Now if that support holds, we'll have another dead cat bounce. If it does not hold and they break that support, then they're going to go for the next 3 to 4 weeks again down. So according to me, the primary trend is continue being down. So any up move, whether we look at it in the Nifty, whether we look in Bank Nifty, is a dead cat bounce. Yes, due to how oversold we are, we can have few days of bounce. But do not think that is a statement that the market is going to completely now recover. It's not going to recover. Even if the Nifty was to go up, let's say even 1,000 points in dead cat bounce, the stocks will not be able to have that dead cat bounce to that extent, as there'll be cannon fodder in the end of the day to the FIs. They're going to continue exiting, the rupee is sliding. The companies are not going to be happy with how the meet went, and there are too many factors that are bearish for the medium term that warrant that kind of a view. So that's my primary view for the market as a whole. Now we'll take a look at the stocks which I discussed. Now the first we'll start is with ICICI Bank. Now ICICI Bank has managed to hold its horses in a very, very bearish week. We had consecutive fall, no attempt of a recovery, and ICICI Bank has proven its mantle as it's managed to stay within this range. Now my viewpoint is pretty simple for ICICI. As long as it stays between 1272 and 1235, it's not going to go anywhere, because it's just going to dilly-dally about here. If it breaks 1272, then we can have a dead cat bounce to 1300 and 1320. If it breaks 1255, we can go to 1200. Until then, don't bother with the stock. Within this zone, do not even bother doing option buying in the stock for intraday, as it's not going to give you much. It's only going to give you much if it breaks this resistance or this support. So that is only when you should go. Equity traders, as I said in my before part of the video, I believe any up move is simply a dead cat bounce, and in the weeks to come you'll end up paying a heavy price for it. So okay, if it breaks this, you can go long to these targets, but do not think that once you reach this that you'll continue holding. It will go and then it will come back down. So that's how I look at it as a market. It's a very bearish outlook, but in September when I had said that I'm selling all my stocks, I looked like a lunatic then, but it worked out for me. And the ones who are left holding it, so they can see their portfolios, how badly they've been smashed. So that's my viewpoint for ICICI. And now let's take a look at Maruti, then we'll take a look at Axis. Now, Maruti Suzuki is another one I've covered quite a bit in the recent as this move which came. Now, when I take a look at Maruti Suzuki, it's approaching a very critical level, I would say. Now, if it breaks the low of last week, then it will go to the support of 12,300 to 12,440. But as long as it's between 12,970 and 12,300, this zone is not going to give anything for any of a big move. This is intraday trading zone and overnight. If you have got the risk appetite for overnight. So this zone between 12,920 and 12,300, trade long and trade short depending on where it comes. If it breaks 12,920, that's only when it can go further up to 13,250 and 13,600. If it breaks 12,300, then it will be going down to 11,700. So as I said in my beginning of the video, whole market is an inflection point and the stocks are showing the same. My trading strategy is pretty simple. Maruti between 12,300 and 12,920, I'm only going to keep it to option buying intraday and not even option selling positioner. I don't want to touch it, as it can break either side. It has the capability of doing so. So I don't want to enter it on due to that. If it breaks 12,300, then it's when you can sell calls as it will fall to 11,600. If it breaks 12,920, you can sell puts as it will be rising to 13,250 and 13,600. So that's it for Maruti. Now let's take a look at Axis Bank. Now Axis Bank will be getting hit in the coming sessions by one negative factor. It's going to be getting the shorthand of the MSCI rejig. This is as in the MSCI index is getting a weight decrease. So that means there is a higher likelihood of Axis Bank falling than rising. So my trading plan for Axis Bank is more towards the bearish side than the bullish side due to that. So as long as it is between 1030 to 1050, this is key resistance, and 905, I will trade it both sides intraday. But the minute it breaks 905, then it's a short to 930 to 940, and once it reaches there, I'll cover it again. If it breaks 1030 to 1050, then it's a long to 1090. So my trading plan for Axis Bank is pretty simple. It is just based on that I want to see that how it holds this level, but I am more for the bearish side, as the MSCI rejig is going to put pressure on the stock. It's already in a downtrend. If you look at it in a bigger trend, it's down. This is just a dead cat bounce. Even if it goes silly, it's still a dead cat bounce, so it will just have done half of it and then it will be going back down. So I am looking at it like that, pretty simple, and I'm keeping my trading plan on that basis. So that's it for today's video. It's a shorter video for weekend one, but it's not much to talk as everything is in a box range, and in that box range it's going to have to decide which side it goes. But if it breaks the upside, take it as a short-term move. Don't think you're going to buy let's say Axis Bank and then it's going to make you 50% on the upside. It's not going to do that. It's going to make you that much on the downside in the bigger picture rather than on the upside. So that's it. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, then hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell. Thank you.